LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys, this is not a boxing or an MMA video, okay? This is point blank. This is a video where, I just saw an article popped up in my news feed, okay? Article popped up in my news feed, and it was an article about this judge who, had gotten murdered outside of his house. Now, there are a couple of discrepancies, okay, in this article. There are a couple of discrepancies that I found. And see, I'm no police detective, but I grew up in the streets. So I definitely understand how things work. See, listen. The article first came up with a first discrepancy that I saw, that this judge was murdered in broad daylight. That's what this article said. Broad daylight. But then when I looked at what time he was murdered at, he was murdered at 5 a.m. Now, I don't know about y'all, but at 5 a.m. where I live at here, it's still dark outside. Matter of fact, it's pitch dark. But they said he was murdered in broad daylight. So that was the first red flag. Wasn't murdered in broad daylight. He was murdered in the dark, in the dead of night. Okay? The next red flag is that, okay, so the judge, there was this woman, this unnamed woman that the articles are not checked. Nobody knows the name of this mysterious woman that this judge was seeing. Nobody knew her name. But a woman that the judge was seeing walked outside. No name, no anything. Now that kind of caught me as a red flag. Why are they not telling this woman's name? See, here's my thing. I think that woman was somebody very, very, very important. Somebody higher up, in this little whole food chain thing, that she can't get her name out there. Because this probably would ruin her. I'm almost sure. Because, see, that's the only reason why they don't mention the other person's name. Or this person might be higher up in law enforcement. She's got some kind of position where her name can't be mentioned. So that's another red flag. But see, here's the biggest red flag. Okay, this woman goes outside. And they say, and people that know Judge Myles, they know that, okay, every morning he would get up at like before 5, get ready for a morning run at 5 a.m. He did his morning run every morning at 5 a.m. Okay, cool. So this woman goes outside ahead of the judge. And then all of a sudden she begins to argue with some unknown man that shot her and shot the judge. Shot her in the leg and shot the judge up here. Killed him. Now, here's my thing. When I read this article, I said, you know what? She know this dude. Whoever shot them, this woman knew. See, do you just go outside and you just start arguing with somebody? See, what were they arguing about? See, this almost tells me like she was arguing with him like, wait a minute. What are you doing here? But I think old girl knew this guy. I think she knew him, because do you just walk out your house and all of a sudden you're arguing with somebody that you don't even know? Does that make sense? I mean, how is she going to explain this? Does that really make sense? You're arguing with somebody that you don't know. She knew this man. Whoever shot them, this woman knew. This woman knew who it was. See, I can see if they're on your property doing something, you'll go outside and cuss them out. But no. The article said she just went outside and they started arguing. What could they have been arguing about? Let me tell y'all. This woman knew this man. And she asked him, why are you here? Now, why would she ask him that? Here's my thought again. I think this woman, because it didn't say the judge and this woman was married, because it said this woman, an associate, which that's his damn girlfriend, the judge. But see, here it is, okay? The judge, this woman went outside, argued with this man, but I think this woman knew dude. Now, the guy could have been somebody she was married to, or it could have been somebody she was dating also, that probably followed her to where the judge lived. See, I told y'all, when I tell y'all about my theory about married women and why you should always avoid a married woman, I mean, that's my whole theory about married women and how everything worked with them. And, even if, maybe she wasn't married, but still as somebody, she was seeing somebody. Maybe the judge knew she was married. Maybe he didn't know she was married. But all in all, a married woman will get you killed. Or, on the other end. This woman knew this guy. She argued with him. You argue with people you know most of the time. And then you don't start an argument with somebody you don't know unless they're violating you. So did she go outside all of a sudden and then get violated? Because it says she went outside and then shortly after the judge came out. You guys think about that. Really think about that. That means she went outside and immediately she started arguing with this guy. That means she knew this dude. She knew him. I guarantee you this is some jealous dude that was probably seeing her. And I'm going to tell you why I think it was a jealous dude. Because this guy a judge. You know he had money. You know he had bread like that. You know this dude had that kind of money. But why didn't, this guy go in the house and steal and rob? He didn't steal anything. He just shot them both and left. Old girl knew this dude. Old girl, it was a setup, whatever. But the judge got caught up in the crime of passion. Some jealous dude went over there and smoked the judge. That's exactly what happened. I mean, folks, it's not that hard to figure out, okay? Like I said, I'm not a police detective, but I grew up in the streets. And unfortunately, things like this happen all the time. All the time. And that, my friends, that's just the way that is. I send my condolences to this judge's family because from what, I read his biography, they said he was a very fair judge, man, real fair. And he didn't take a lot of nonsense. And he was very active in the black community. So I feel bad that, this kind of a person was murdered. And it just kind of go to show y'all, man, that, you got to be careful who you bring into your house. You got to be careful with some of these women, man. You got to be careful because a lot of times, man, they can deceive you. See, me and y'all think y'all got the upper hand on a woman. A woman, they can deceive you worse than anything. And they can play it off. They can have you believe in something. Now, she probably told Judge, oh, I'm not seeing anybody. Can look you right in your eye, and you don't even know if she's telling you the truth or lying. You just don't know. Guys, be careful out here, man. Be careful because I'm telling you, it can happen to anybody. And that, my friends, is just the way that is. Condolences to the judge's family, to Judge Myles' family. All right, I'm done. Subscribe.